I am Rorschach. Today, before me and Dryberg leave to visit White in Antarctica, I shall finish transcribing my journal to a form that people can read. I'll give it to the new frontiersmen so that they can publish the proof and truth of what has happened and all I have found out. October 12th, 1985. Dog carcass out this morning. Tired tread on burst stomach. The city is afraid of me. I see its true face. The streets are extended gutters, and the gutters are full of blood. When the drains finally scour over, all the vermin will drown. The accumulated filth from all the sex and murder will foam up around the waists. All the whores and politicians look up and shout, "Save us." They had a choice, all of them. They could have followed in the footsteps of good men like my father, or President Truman. Decent men who believed a day's work for a day's pay. Instead, they followed the droppings of leechers and communists, and didn't realize that the trail led over a precipice until it was too late. Don't tell me they didn't have a choice. Now the whole world stands on the brink, staring down into bloody hell. All of those liberals and intellectuals and smooth talkers. All of a sudden, no one can think of anything to say. October 13th, 1985. Slept all day. Woken at 4:37. Landlady complaining about the smell. She has 5 children by 5 different men. I'm sure she cheats on welfare. Soon it will be dark. Beneath me, this awful city. It screams like an abattoir full of retarded children. New York. On Friday night, a comedian died in New York. Somebody knows why. Down there, somebody knows. The dusk reeks of fornication and bad consciences. I believe I shall take my exercise. October 13th, 1985. 8:30 p.m. Meeting with White left bad taste in mouth. He is pampered and decadent, betraying even his shallow liberal affections. Possibly homosexual? Must remember to investigate further. Dryberg is bad, a flabby failure who sits whimpering in his basement. Why are so few of us left active, healthy, without personality disorders? The first night owl runs an auto repair shop. The first silk spectre is a bloated, aging whore dying at a Californian rest resort. Captain Metropolis was decapitated in a car crash back in '74. Mothman is in an asylum up in Maine. The Silhouette, retired in disgrace, murdered 6 weeks later by a minor adversary seeking revenge. Dollar Bill got shot. Hooded Justice went missing in '55. The comedian is dead. Only 2 names remaining on my list. Both share private quarters at Rockefeller Military Research Base. I shall go to them. I shall go and tell the indestructible man that someone plans to murder him. October 13th, 1985, 11:30 p.m. On Friday night, a comedian died in New York. Someone threw him out a window. When he hit the sidewalk, his head was driven up into his stomach. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about me. Are they right? It's futile. Soon there will be war. Millions will burn. Millions will perish in sickness and misery. Why does one death matter against so many? Because there is good and there is evil. And evil must be punished. Even in the face of Armageddon, I shall not compromise. But there are so many deserving of retribution. And there is so little time. October 16th, 1985. 42nd Street. Woman's breasts draped across every billboard, every display, littering the sidewalk. Was offered Swedish love and French love, but not American love. American love, like Coke in green glass bottles. They don't make it anymore. Thought about Moloch's story on the way to cemetery. Could all be lies, could all be part of a revenge scheme, planned during his decade behind bars. But if true, then what? Puzzling reference to an island. Also to Dr. Manhattan. Might be a risk in some way. So many questions. Never mind. Answers soon. Nothing is insoluble. Nothing is hopeless. Not while there's life. In the cemetery, all the white crosses stood in rows, neat chalk marks on a giant scoreboard. Paid last respects quietly, without fuss. Edward Morgan Blake, born in 1924, 45 years a comedian, died in 1985, buried in the rain. Is that what happens to us? A life of conflict, with no time for friends. So that's when it's done, when our enemies leave roses. Violent lives ending violently. Dollar Bill, the Silhouette, Captain Metropolis. We never die in bed. Not allowed. Something in our personalities, perhaps? Some animal urge to fight and struggle, making us what we are? Unimportant. We do what you have to. Blake understood. Treated like a joke, but he understood. He saw the cracks in society. Saw the little men in masks trying to hold it together. He saw the true face of the 20th century and chose to become a reflection of it. A parody of it. No one else saw the joke. That's why he was lonely. I heard a joke once. Man goes to the doctor. Says he's depressed. Says he feels all alone in a threatening world where what lies ahead is vague and uncertain. Doctor says, treatment is simple. The great clown Pagliacci is in town tonight. Go and see him. That should pick you up. Man bursts into tears. Says, but doctor, I am Pagliacci. Good joke. Everybody laughs. Roll on Snadjum. Curtain.